This video presents select operating and safety procedures for Vermeer self-propelled balers. The components and controls on your machine may look different from those in this video. However, most operating functions are similar. Before operating, all operators must read and understand the operator's and maintenance manual, safety instructions, and safety signs on the machine. Vermeer supplies 2 copies of the operator's and maintenance manual. One comes in the resource library shipped with your machine. The other is attached under the operator's seat, so it is always close. This video is a supplement to the machine's manuals and does not contain all of the instructions needed to properly operate your baler. While watching this video, stop and review your operator's and maintenance manual to reinforce what you have learned. Allow only responsible, properly trained people to operate a self-propelled baler. Become familiar with the controls and operation under the supervision of a trained and experienced operator. All operators must be familiar with workplace safety rules and regulations and must be mentally and physically capable of safely operating the machine. Before operating, always remove jewelry such as rings, watches, necklaces, or bracelets, and confine long hair. Wear close-fitting clothes, safety shoes, and safety glasses or goggles. Some working conditions may require other PPE, such as a hard hat, hearing protection, gloves, or a face shield. Now, let's go over the controls inside the cab. As you'd expect, there are the horn, wiper, headlight, and turn signal controls here on the steering column, as well as controls to adjust the steering wheel and the column. At the base, there's the secondary brake pedal. From right to left, the overhead panels include controls for the following: the rear windshield wiper, bale chamber load and unload, transport and field mode, warning flashers, beacon lights, work lights, and transport lights, mirror adjustment, air conditioning, and radio controls. To the top right is the monitor for the pickup and tailgate camera. To the right of the driver's seat, you'll find the ignition switch, engine RPM rotary switch, manual park brake, high-low ground drive speed switch, pickup reverse, baler drive control, maximum speed limiter, and the ground drive control lever. On this lever, there are controls for the following: counter rotation, pickup lower and lift, auto mode cancel, resume baling after auto mode bale ejection, auto mode bale ejection direction, and tailgate raise and lower. Your baler also has a monitor with a touchscreen display and soft keys to view and interact with a variety of machine settings and features. See your operator's and maintenance manual for information on all features and menu functions. Some Vermeer self-propelled balers are equipped with a system of monitors called TempSense, which provide the temperature and status of specific bearings. If temperatures cause a fault, navigate to the TempSense screen for information on individual sensors. Blue icons indicate normal operating temperatures. Yellow icons indicate above normal temperatures. Monitor closely. Red icons indicate temperatures high enough to require immediate shutdown and investigation. Gray indicates a disconnected, asleep, or offline sensor. The operator presence system detects the presence of an operator using a switch in the seat. You must be seated for the engine, ground drive, and other machine functions to engage. Leaving the seat will disengage the ground drive, and machine functions other than Netwrap will stop. You must reset the controls to neutral or off before resuming operation. The operator presence system is a safety feature and must be maintained in good, functional condition. Contact your Vermeer dealer if it does not function correctly. To adjust the seat, use the levers under the seat and the buttons on the armrest. To exit the cab, squeeze the handle to open the door. In an emergency, use the emergency exit lever. There are a few controls to note outside the cab. First, the tailgate lock control valve. Always move this valve into the lock position before working under the tailgate. Second, the belt tension lock, which is used when relieving belt tension. Next, the pickup raise and lower. And finally, bale density adjustment. What follows is an overview of the startup and shutdown procedures common to Vermeer self-propelled balers. Always follow the complete instructions in your operator's and maintenance manual. With the ground drive control lever in neutral and the baler drive control off, turn the ignition switch to on and pause for the wait to start indicator light to go out. Sound the horn to signal engine startup. Start the engine, then let the key switch return to the on position immediately after the engine starts. Let the engine idle for 3 to 5 minutes until it runs smoothly, or until the coolant temperature begins to rise before proceeding with operation. For your safety and the safety of others, always follow the shutdown procedure before dismounting from the cab. Failure to use the shutdown procedure can result in unexpected hazards. Death or serious injury could result due to entanglement, crushing, cutting, or other hazardous contact. Follow the shutdown procedure after operating, before performing any service or maintenance, and before transporting. When stopping the baler, use the following shutdown procedure. Ensure the bale chamber is empty. Place the ground drive lever in neutral. Reduce engine speed to low and disengage the bale chamber drive. After operating at full power, whenever safe and practical, let the engine idle low for 1 to 5 minutes before shutting down. See your engine manual for details. Turn the ignition switch to off and remove the key. The tailgate hydraulic controls are automatically set to neutral, and the pickup will lower when the engine is shut down. A variation of this procedure may be used if instructed in your operator's and maintenance manual, or if an emergency requires it. Always follow the shutdown procedure before inspecting a baler and adhere to the safety messages and checklists in your manual. If an inspection requires the use of the tailgate lock, verify the lock is engaged before working under the tailgate. Keep the water fire extinguisher, located outside the left cab door, full and pressurized. Verify the ABC fire extinguisher, located beside the engine access panel, is full and has not expired. All components of the baler must be in good operating condition with all safety equipment and safety signs installed. Vermeer self-propelled balers use a Netwrap system to wrap bales. Shut off the baler and read the manual before servicing. The Netwrap can move suddenly. Keep hands away from moving parts. Crushing injury is possible. Wear heavy gloves when working around the Netwrap knife and keep hands away. The knife is sharp and can cut. To load the Netwrap, follow the instructions in your operator's and maintenance manual and the decals outlining how to route the Netwrap. Before transporting, verify the baler is clean to prevent debris from falling off while driving. Survey the area for people or obstacles. Look out for and avoid power lines. Electrocution hazard exists around any energized overhead power line. If equipment gets near or contacts energized overhead power lines, all connected equipment and surrounding ground surfaces will be energized. Death or serious injury will result. Keep machine away from energized overhead power lines. See your operator's and maintenance manual for minimum distance requirements. When mounting, face the machine. Maintain 3 points of contact, and remember that improper use of the steps, ladder, and platforms can cause you to fall. Never jump off the machine or get on or off a moving machine. Close and securely latch the cab door after entering or exiting. The seatbelt is an essential part of safe operation and must always be worn when driving. Failure to do so may lead to being thrown from the seat. The instructional seat is for training or diagnostic purposes only and is not intended for children or other passengers. Honk the horn to signal startup. Before traveling on roadways, you must position the self-propelled baler in transport mode. Follow applicable laws concerning the use of lights, a slow-moving vehicle sign, and any other requirements. Use a spotter if visibility is obstructed. Always drive at a speed suitable for the terrain and avoid sudden stopping, starting, or turning unless necessary. When you arrive at the job site, inspect the area for hillsides, ditches, gullies, holes, or obstructions where rollover could occur. Use extreme caution when operating in these areas. Avoid objects that may interfere with operation, such as stones and limbs. Crop preparation, moisture content, windrow preparation, and baling direction are all important for optimal bale shape and feed quality. See your operator's and maintenance manual for in-depth information and instructions. When preparing windrows, do not make them wider than your bale chamber, or you may have difficulty starting a bale. Windrows the same width as the bale chamber result in well-shaped bales. You may need to adjust the powered wind guard to avoid restricting crop flow into the chamber. Certain crops may wrap around the powered wind guard. If wrapping occurs, you may need to remove it. To adjust or remove, follow the instructions in your operator's and maintenance manual. One of the most important fire prevention measures is to clear all flammable debris, especially dry material, from your baler after each use, including before transport. This includes in and around the bale chamber, between the engine and the chamber, and around the exhaust system. In addition, follow these fire prevention measures. Ensure the fire extinguishers are filled, properly pressurized, and up to date. If equipped, utilize TempSense to help monitor bearing temperatures. Eject bales as soon as they are wrapped. Do not oversize bales, which places excessive load on belts, rollers, and bearings. Do not let foreign material build up under the shields or near the roller bearings. Keep excess oil and grease off the chains, shields, and sides. Regularly check moving parts, such as bearings, for overheating. Look for peeled paint or discolored metal, or use a suitable non-contact thermometer. Never leave a baler unattended with a bale in the chamber. If you notice any changes in baling performance or any unusual sights, sounds, or smells, follow the shutdown procedure and investigate. Before parking, verify that no part of the baler is hot enough to cause a fire. The regeneration active icon indicates that the regeneration system is cycling on and off during normal machine operation. Only inhibit DPF regeneration if you suspect a fire hazard. During regeneration, the exhaust gas temperature could exceed 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. High temperature may result in fire, burn, or explosion hazards, which may result in death or serious injury. Do not expose flammable material or explosive atmospheres to exhaust gas or to exhaust system components during regeneration. If a fire occurs, do not risk personal injury trying to extinguish it if it is too far advanced. To respond to a fire, leave the baler drive engaged. Face the baler into the wind to help prevent the fire from overtaking the cab. Eject any crop from the bale chamber and drive away from the ejected crop. Fully close the tailgate and disengage the baler drive. Unload the bale chamber. Drive the power unit away from the bale chamber, shut off the engine, and exit. If you can safely extinguish the fire, spray the fire extinguisher at the base of the flame. If you cannot extinguish the fire, once you have unloaded the bale chamber and driven away, stay away and immediately contact emergency services. Before operating, remember that belts, rollers, and chains can cut or crush. Keep all shields in place during operation. When you're ready to bale, start the machine. The pickup is automatically raised. Verify that the pickup height is appropriate for field conditions. Push and hold the tailgate lower control until it is fully latched. Adjust other settings as needed. Engage the bale chamber drive and move to high idle before baling. Align the baler with the center of the windrow and drive forward. Never bale faster than ground and windrow conditions allow. During operation, use the bale shape bars on the display as a guide to evenly supply material to the bale chamber and help form well-shaped bales. Crop, windrow shape, baling speed, and belt tension, as well as friction and pressure against the chamber sidewalls, can all impact bale density. The minimum bale size is around 46 inches. Bales over 72 inches place excessive load on belts, rollers, and bearings, which can result in product or property damage and are a fire hazard. During typical operation, when the bale reaches target size, the controller automatically stops the baler and starts the Netwrap cycle. Once wrapping is complete, the bale is automatically ejected in the selected direction. To manually begin a bale wrapping cycle, bring the ground drive to a stop, then press and release the Start soft key. When the wrapping cycle is finished, an alert will sound. The tailgate can be opened and the bale ejected. An opening tailgate can crush, resulting in death or serious injury. Stay away from the rear of the baler and warn others to stay away before opening the tailgate. Do not eject a bale downhill. Rolling bales can crush, resulting in death or serious injury. After operation, remember, eject any material and clean debris from the baler. Never leave a baler unattended with a bale in the chamber. Partially tipping the bale chamber allows for cleaning. A hard, level surface is required, or machine damage could result. Complete the following steps to access the bale chamber. With the baler shut down, open the left access door. Disconnect and cap the electrical connector. Return to the cab and start the engine. Press the bale chamber unload switch, stopping before all slack is let out of the hydraulic lines. Follow the shutdown procedure. Once cleaning is complete, verify personnel are clear of the baler and reverse the previous steps to load the chamber. If the bale chamber becomes plugged, first back up from incoming crop and start the bale drive. If this does not clear the plug, reverse the pickup for 2 to 3 seconds at a time while the bale chamber is engaged. If the plug does not clear after 3 attempts, disengage the bale chamber drive. With the engine at or near low idle, re-engage the bale chamber drive. If the plug still has not cleared, ensure the pickup is fully lowered and proceed as follows. Open the tailgate with the bale chamber engaged to help eject the failed core. Before manually unplugging the baler, follow the shutdown procedure and pocket the key. If you fail to do so, The baler intake can pull you in, resulting in death or serious injury. Stay clear of the pickup reel and the feed intake area. The baler may take in crop faster than you can let go. Never feed crop by hand. Never remove any material from the baler intake while it is running. Never try to unplug the baler while it is running. Always disengage the baler drive, shut off the engine, engage the park brake, and remove the key before working on the baler for any reason, including servicing, inspecting, or unplugging the machine. Move the tailgate cylinder lock valve into the locked position. A falling or closing tailgate can crush, resulting in death or serious injury. Always lock the tailgate up before working under it. Remove the crop material to clear the plug. Once clear out is complete, disengage the tailgate cylinder lock valve. Return to the cab, follow the startup procedure, then close and latch the tailgate. Always complete the shutdown procedure before working on the baler for any reason, including servicing, inspecting, or unplugging. Remember to clear all flammable debris from your baler after each use, including before transport. Always wear a face shield when using compressed air to clean the machine. Eye injury is possible. The bale chamber can be fully unloaded for cleaning, maintenance, service, or replacement. A hard, level surface is required, or machine damage could result. Complete the following steps to unload the bale chamber. With the baler shut down, open the left access door. Disconnect and cap the electrical connector. Press and hold the red button. Then, pull the black lever toward the front of the machine and disconnect the hydraulic line. Hang the hydraulic lines on the hook above. Return to the cab, buckle up, and start the baler. Press and hold the bale chamber unload switch, fully extending the arms until the chamber rollers and feet contact the ground. Drive the power unit away from the bale chamber. In an emergency, like a fire, the only required steps are to hold the unload switch and drive away. Machine damage could result. To load the chamber, reverse the steps as outlined. If you suspect something is wrong with the baler, stop use and contact your Vermeer dealer. Do not take chances with your safety by continuing to use a machine that needs maintenance or repair. Safe work practices are an important part of accident prevention. Do your part in following these procedures for your safety and the safety of others.